Welcome to this week's Asian Entertainment Roundup. Let's do the quick ones first. We've got a lot of K-pop releases. Let's start with Day 6 dropping Inside Out. aespa released Rich Man. Yolin is back with Shawty. Kickflip put out Band-Aid. Zero Base One gave us Iconic. Treasure dropped Paradise. I'll It released their first Japanese single, Toki Yo Tamare. And Stray Kids spoiled us with 3, Creed, 081, and Bleep. So which one's your favorite? Let me know. K-pop isn't the only ones that are releasing music. Japanese superstar FUJII KAZE has officially sold out his North American tour and dropped his third album and first English one, PREMA. It's an absolute trip, a rare album of substance and pop appeal. We're going to do a proper review and will be published Monday. And this one's for MICE. aespa just joined the Capitol Music Group family, giving fans hope for a better US promotion for the girls. They do deserve it. This is a distribution and promotion partnership, not a management deal. Capitol Music Group will handle aespa's US and global distribution, marketing, and promotional support in collaboration with SM Entertainment. But aespa isn't alone. Capitol's evolving roster of K-pop talent already included major names like NCT 127, who signed the distribution deal early in 2019, paving the path for Capitol to co-launch the SM supergroup Super M, a high-impact launch that scored them a #1 debut on US Billboard 200. Capitol further broadened its K-pop footprint in August of 2024 by partnering with the Black label to sign the buzzworthy girl group Meow. Still with girl group, SSERAFIM will be taking the stage on America's Got Talent next week, September 10 at 8 p.m. Eastern. They are the very first female K-pop artist ever to appear in AGT and only the second overall following their senior BTS. SSERAFIM is also in the middle of their North American tour, which kicked off in Newark in September 3. And they made a surprise announcement. There's a comeback coming this October. Congratulations, SSERAFIM and Fear Nots. Now, to the movie world. The 11th Asian World Film Festival is returning to Culver City from November 11 to 20. But if you are feeling impatient and you just want your Asian movie feel, well, head to Culver Theater on September 24 for a special screening of the classic The Wedding Banquet, directed by none other than Ang Lee. There will be a Q&A with filmmakers and cast members after the screening. Just go to asianworldfilmfest.org for more details. Now back to music. Stray Kids tour numbers are in and they dominated. Pun intended. They officially earned their first tour to gross over $200 million in ticket sales. They clocked in $263,289,917 in gross revenue, averaging $4,875,739 per show from $1,983,821 tickets sold. That's an average of 36,737 tickets sold per show and 132.79 average price per ticket. Dominate is officially the highest grossing and best-selling tour by an Asian act in European history, with $64.4 million in revenue and 391,000 tickets sold in 8 shows across Europe. They had 54 shows, but they just announced their encore, Dominate Celebrate. And the first stop would be a 30,000 capacity Incheon Asiad main stadium happening next month. And there will be 5 more stops to be announced soon. Congratulations, Stray Kids, and congratulations, Stace. Good luck with those tickets. And after years of family dramas and tearjerker roles, Jackie Chan returns to what fans have been craving: hard-hitting, stylish action. His new film, The Shadow's Edge, reimagines the Hong Kong classic Eye in the Sky, with Chan as a retired surveillance master pulled back into the game to hunt down a high-tech heist crew in Macau. The movie pairs him with rising star Zhang Zifeng and veteran Tony Leung, one of our favorites, mixing old-school grit with sleek modern thrills. Critics says it's got plenty of emotional weight, sometimes a little bit too much, but also delivers the kind of tense, high-stakes sequences that remind you why Jackie Chan remains a legend. And if you are curious, nope, the K-pop Demon Hunters trend isn't done. Golden, voiced by EJ, Audrey Nuna, and Ray Ami, spent its third week on the #1 spot of Billboard Hot 100. Let's constantly try to recognize the hard work and immense talent of these three beautiful women. They deserve it. Still in the K-pop world, Korean-Canadian singer Jeon will be making her official acting debut in the upcoming horror thriller Perfect Girl alongside K-pop Demon Hunters Arden Shaw, who's also co-producing the film. Diving into the competitive world of K-pop, the story revolves around a new girl group preparing for their debut. But when a new trainee is suddenly introduced, tensions escalate and a series of strange attacks rattle the girls. Written by Lin Kyu-yu and directed by Hong Won-ki, the film will be produced by Badlands and Thunder Road Films. Production is set to begin on October 27 in Asia, and we can't wait. Now, if K-pop redefined Korea's global image, BL and GL could be Thailand's turn in the spotlight. As you may already know, the boys' love or BL industry, once a niche, is now a global export. It's on track to hit 4.9 billion baht or 150 million by the end of 2025. But it's not just the boys anymore. Beginning in 2022, girls' love or GL dramas took off, captivating audiences across Europe, Asia, and even the US. With high-caliber casting and slick production values, GL quickly established itself as the new crown jewel of Thai entertainment exports. And the Thai government noticed. In 2024, the National Soft Power Strategy Committee began backing LGBTQ+ content as a cultural export, with Prime Minister Shreta Thavisin personally meeting breakout BL and GL stars like Mile Apo and Free Becky. That same year, Thailand legalized same-sex marriage and hailed 2024 as the inaugural year of GL, with more than a dozen series released. Now, Thailand's major broadcasters are jumping in, proving what started as grassroots fandom has evolved into a state-supported industry. For Thailand, BL and GL aren't just popular shows. They're a global calling card blending inclusivity, artistry, and economic power. It's Chaeyeong's turn. Twice member Chaeyeong released a music video for her single Avocado, teasing her first solo album, Lil Fantasy Volume 1, set to be released on September 12. The track also features Filipino-Japanese indie band Glico. Chaeyeong participated in writing the lyrics, composing, and arranging every single song on her debut solo album. She's so creative. And we are so excited, but please do check out the music video. And for those of you wondering what movies and dramas are worth watching, we got you. First stop, from Japan, Asura. This is a family drama set in 1979 where four sisters uncover their father's secret affair. It's emotional, beautifully shot, and critics are calling it one of Netflix's quiet masterpieces this year. From Thailand, there's Flat Girls, a tender coming-of-age film about two teenage girls whose friendship slowly deepens into something more, all while navigating class divides. Over in China, our generation has been pulling in massive numbers. Set in the early 2000s, it's a nostalgic coming of age drama filled with friendship, first loves, and the bittersweet messiness of growing up. But if you're craving for something darker, check out Korea's Queen Mantis. This psychological thriller follows a detective forced to team up with his estranged serial killer mother to catch a copycat. It's bloody, tense, and perfect for fans of twisted crime dramas. And back to Thailand with Mad Unicorn, a gritty drama inspired by the rise of country's first unicorn startup. Think ambition, betrayal, power plays that feel like Succession with a Southeast Asian twist. And representing the Philippines, replacing Chef Chico, their very first Filipino original series. It's a heartwarming romance set in a fine dining restaurant where a sous chef unexpectedly steps up to save the kitchen and maybe find love along the way. So whether you're in the mood for high-stakes ambition, tender romance, or a little culinary drama, Netflix's Asian lineup this season has something for everyone. And as usual, let's end things on a high note. Dynamite by BTS became the first song by an Asian act to hit 2 billion on both YouTube and Spotify. But did you know that Dynamite is important not just to BTS and ARMY, but also to South Korea? South Korea's Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism and the Korea Culture of Tourism Institute released a report on the economic impact of BTS's hit song Dynamite. They estimated that Dynamite generated an economic ripple effect worth 1.7 trillion won. That is $1.4 billion. And created 7,928 jobs. Remember, this song was released during the pandemic. This is a huge help. And the report also clarified that these figures did not include tourism since travel was restricted during the COVID-19 pandemic. And if BTS's impact on national branding and global image were factored in, the economic benefits would have been even larger. And as great as that was, we're not done with BTS. The Min Treatment Center has begun recruiting nurses and behavioral therapists. This might mean its inauguration is fast approaching. It is scheduled for completion in September, and the center will offer a variety of therapy programs for individuals with ASD. And we've got one more breaking news about BTS. Jimin's hair has officially more pull than most celebrities' comebacks. BTS's Jimin broke the internet this week without even trying. A candid snap of him at an art event, rocking freshly dyed blonde hair, sent Google Trends, X Trends, Facebook Trends, and just about every trend in the world into overdrive. What's wild? He wasn't even the focus of the photo, just casually in the background, seemingly unaware. Yet more than 24 hours later, the world hasn't recovered. So if you haven't heard from your friend in the last 24 hours, they might still be crying. If a simple hair color change can cause this kind of chaos, just imagine the internet meltdown when BTS finally announces their reunion tour. And that's it for our weekly update. I hope you're having a great weekend. And just like that, the first week of September is gone. And I've mentioned before that in the Philippines, they already are celebrating Christmas, the longest Christmas celebration ever. So please go there if you want to feel the spirit of Christmas. But I hope that you enjoyed that. I'll keep on doing it if you want me to. And if there is any topic that you want me to talk about, just let me know. Please subscribe to me and follow me on IG, on X, but more importantly on Patreon. That's where the community is. Lots of great conversations happening on music, TV shows, celebrities, and other stuff. Also, if you can, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And go to our website, asianentertainmentandculture.com. there. It's on a soft launch right now, but I would appreciate any kind of input, and also please consider donating to the channel. But the thing that will help us the most is if you share this video with this channel, put a link on your social media. That is going to encourage the algorithm to recommend this more. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.